been a guy, pretty popular guy on the show and just in the Sixers offseason world and Paige's boy. But last week, Daryl Morey was taking questions on Instagram, and he responded to a fan who asked, quote, who is an under-the-radar Sixer for the 2022-2023 season? His response was Matisse Thybulle. He added Matisse Thybulle's Instagram account. So that begs the question, with the speculation this summer that we were trying to move Matisse Thybulle, that the Sixers were shopping Matisse Thybulle. Dallas, they inquired. Dallas, we were trying to deal with Dallas and Portland about him. So it begs the question, do you think that means that Matisse will be on the Sixers this coming year? And do you all agree that Matisse is flying under the radar? We know what Tasia thinks on that one.
Yeah, let Tasia go. Go ahead, Tasia.
2 in a row. I feel honored. All right. I think it means he's not going anywhere right now. That's for sure. I think more or less, besides clearing up the roster jam, I think this is pretty much the team we're going to go into the season with. I also think it's really smart for Morey to play nice now after what did they say during the draft? That like your phone, if you're a GM, if your phone's not on or something, if your phone's on, you've gotten multiple messages from Morey about trading Thybulle. So it's public that he was dying to get rid of him. So I think he's under the radar, as in like he's like the 8th or 9th player that's named when you talk about Sixer players with the additions we made. But whether or not he's a starter, he's one of our best defenders and should play around 20, 25 minutes a night. If his shot improves slightly, then he'll have he'll be great for us and sign an extension, or we'll be able to trade him for even more. Yeah.
Well, we know Tasia's a anti-Thybulle guy.
I was playing the middle there.
How I took that was based on maybe his expectations and how his expectations were at a certain level, maybe the previous years, and whereas his expectations are now, I think has dropped, especially since the whole, Toronto, debacle. I think his expectations have dropped, that I think he could exceed those expectations that are there now. Because everyone's looking at him as a reserve and maybe even deep reserve. I think he can play out of that. From Taja's standpoint, all he needs to do is make a corner 3 a game, and I think he'll be okay. And I believe that he can do it. I believe that he can still contribute on the team. I think the team has gotten better, and I think that'll help him. I think he can learn from some of the guys that came in.
Absolutely.
And be a better and more productive player, and more defined in his role. I think is the confidence. I think his confidence can grow. It's something about being on the team. If the team is still winning, even if maybe you're not playing well, you're able to get your confidence back a little faster. So I think the success that I expect the team to have will help him in the long run. But I believe it's a guy that we will need to win some games.
I think expectations definitely dropped. That helps him a lot, especially all the guys in here now. It's like when I feel like when Ben didn't show up last year, it was like, all right, Thybulle, you're our backup Ben defender. You have to stop the guy's best player every night. It's like, he doesn't necessarily have that anymore. You have a few guys who can defend now. Melton can defend, Tucker can defend, House can defend. So he kind of blends in now, and he's not the only last line of defense.
And like I said, I think his role can be more defined. I don't think you have to see him defending three different positions. I think he can be more defined in his role, whatever that may be. And I think that'll help him. I believe he can defend and try to, Bruce Bowen it. Try to defend and make a corner 3. I think that's what his role is going to be, and I think that he's going to have with it being more defined and having the new players and having the players that we have, coming back better. I think that it helps him.
Yeah, just give me 35% from 3. Just give me 35%.
Well, analytics says 33 is good.
Well, he's not there either. So give me 33. I'll take 33.
Right, just saying,
I want a little more than the bare minimum.
3 out of 10 threes is the same as shooting 50% from 2. So that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take 33. I'll take 33 too. It's 35 is me aiming for the stars, and if we hit the roof, I'll be okay with that too.
Well, if Thybulle does that, then all talk we had, if he improves that shot, all talk we had this offseason from, us on the show and there's the Sixers Twitter world becomes that solid three.
Sixers Twitter's world and Tejo on the show.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, if he improves that shot, he's getting paid, and we're gonna have a really tough decision to make with him if he improves that shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's coming up for an extension. So
I'll go in people's pockets again.
Well, hey man, we're gonna have the luxury tax of Golden State soon. Let Harris pay for that with his $10-20 billion inner city stadium. That's fine.
Hey.
Would it be out of the realm for a GM to go on Instagram and say, I look at him this year, he's gonna be the under the radar guy, and then you trade him? I mean, is that out of the realm? I mean, would you be surprised by that if we traded him after him saying this?
Every player in the league is one trade away from being one deal away from being traded. It's probably about 3 or 4 guys that aren't. If you look at it differently, then you're looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just texting everyone.
You look at Golden State, right?
Mm.
4 championships, very good team. Steph is probably the only guy that a deal couldn't come for him.
Yeah. I mean, remember, especially with Morey too. Morey was talking to Ben Simmons and behind closed doors was trying to trade him that entire year. And then this whole offseason, he's even apparently trying to trade Thybulle. Now he's just under the radar player.
Yeah. I mean, you look
business.
At Joker, Joel, Giannis, Luka. Like,
I noticed you didn't mention LeBron.
Well, LeBron's he's short deal, so LeBron's already he controls his narrative. So that's most teams that LeBron is scared of the team they're gonna trade him to. I'm not gonna play. I'm retired.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He can put some different things out there where I think he can control his narrative.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you don't trade LeBron James unless he wants to.
Yeah, that's him,
and that's what I'm saying. It's not many guys that are like that. Everyone else, yeah, you can be moved.
Yeah,
the right deal comes across, and they can call you in the office and tell you this isn't going to happen, and shortly after that, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of Sixer fans are just thought that with Morey saying that Matisse is going to stay and he'll stay for them. Because there are, contrary to some beliefs, Tasia, there are a lot of Sixer fans who are big Thybulle fans.
I'm not
Thybulle, so they don't want him to go. And this guy over here wanted to trade him for a bag of chips.
Bag of chips, huh? I mean,
you wanted to put him in any deal, though.
What kind of chips? What kind of chips are we talking about?
Any deal. You put him in any deal.
Talking about Pringles, we're talking about like Cantina Mexican chips. What are you talking about here? It's a big difference, the chips.
See? There you go.
you were throwing in Thybulle quite loosely a little bit. There's
for KCP? For who? Yeah, a bona fide starter, not our 8th man. Yeah, you're right. I was. I absolutely was.
Saying, man, a lot of Sixers fans did not.
You know what? When I have some free time, I'm going to dip back in some of these episodes and hear how anti-Thybulle I was. I'm going to get my best quotes about Thybulle. I don't think it's as anti as I'm being made out to be. I think it's in the middle.
I don't know. After Eric and I kind of got on you, you kind of went back a little bit.
I mean, I think it really started in the playoffs. It really got bad.
That's what I was going to say. Yes. Come on.
That's when I think during the season he wasn't as bad.
No, he actually had a great second half.
And then when that second half and then that playoffs came, it was just like he showed that he was a Philly fan.
Yeah. My stripes.
That boy turned on him. He turned on him so quick.
Hey man, a lot of people could say he turned on us. Okay, so yeah, let's like that goes both ways. I felt a little turned on or turned off. I don't know how you want to put that, but I didn't want to give him away for nothing. But yeah, I mean that was rough. It was rough. But I did read that starting 5 with Thybulle was the second highest net rating behind Boston's 5 in the league for that second half of the season. So very good starting 5 of those guys.
Well, yeah, that didn't matter to you though. So
Well, it would have mattered more if it was the playoff stats, but Thybulle became
playoffs is different. So
Thybulle got cloned
and prove that. And, he's not alone on our team. The last couple of years.
Yeah, that's true too.
So he can't get all the blame. So he's not alone in that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where Tatum stands in Thybulle when we go to play Toronto in November, and Thybulle's not playing in that one.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? He's not going to be there.
I know. I want to see if you go back to this hating.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to root for the guy who's not playing. I mean, I'm not going to be happy he's out.
We'll see.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not happy he's not going to play in that game. But at least now we have depth, though. At least now we have guys who can play instead of him.
That's true. Well,
not playing Cork 25 minutes. Yeah, no, thank goodness we're not in that position anymore.
Yeah, we'll discuss that when November comes and he's not playing at Toronto.
All right.